Hey everybody, it's Femtrooper, and today we're going to be talking about the 2016 Oscar nominees. So if you guys don't know, I'm a huge movie buff. I watch a ton of movies. Last year I saw 105 movies, and out of all of the movies I've seen for 2016, I have seen 66 2016 movies. I realize some of those movies are originally released in 2015 because they were foreign or whatever, but in general, it's 66. And I feel like that's pretty good. I have a solid base for my predictions. I have not seen every single Oscar nomination yet. I try really hard. I still have a week. And I think I can do it, actually. I think I can get some of them down that I want to, I guess is the point. It's really hard to see every single movie, but I'm going to try really hard. So in terms of going through the list, I'll mention if I haven't seen a movie in the category, and I will mention if I have seen everything in the category, and I'll kind of talk about who I think, or what movie will win, and I'll talk about what I think should win, if they might be the same, and I'll talk about who I think shouldn't be in the category, and maybe a snub, who should have been in the category. So let's start with Best Picture. We've got Arrival, Fences, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, Hidden Figures, La La Land, Lion, Manchester by the Sea, and Moonlight. All good movies in this category. I've seen every single one. I think La La Land is going to take Best Picture this year just because it was a musical. It's something different. Again, it's not unique in the sense that it's a musical, but it's different. We don't get a lot of musicals these days. And it was just, it was done very well. So I'm okay with La La Land winning. I think it should win as well. It wasn't my favorite movie of last year. There are movies on the list I actually liked more. But I believe that La La Land will take it, and I'm totally okay with that. In terms of removing removing a movie from this list, you could take out Hell or High Water and Arrival. They're both fantastic movies. I really enjoyed them, but in all reality, they're not going to win. This category is ridiculous enough that it has 9 movies. It used to be 4 or 5. This is beyond. They always have movies in here are just not going to win. So, I mean, if you had to take something out, you could take that out. As far as snubs, there's not really a snub here. Captain Fantastic could have maybe been there. Sully, maybe Jackie. But I'm fine with the list as is. It's let's just leave it. So yeah, let's go on. Best Actor. We've got Casey Affleck, Andrew Garfield, Ryan Gosling, Viggo Mortensen, and Denzel Washington. I think Casey Affleck or Denzel will win. I'm not really sure. It's a tie between the two. But I think Denzel Washington should win for Fences. That was incredible. Amazing performance. I have seen all 5 of these. Casey Affleck was amazing, but I just think Denzel Washington was just a step above. I don't think you should remove anybody. They were all solid. The only thing that was maybe a snub would have been Joel Edgerton for Loving, which was an amazing performance. That guy is really a chameleon in terms of his appearances. He always looks different. But yeah, solid list. I'm really happy with the Best Actor nominations. For Best Actress, we've got Isabelle Huppert, Ruth Negga, Natalie Portman, Emma Stone, and Meryl Streep. Right off the bat, I kind of feel like Emma Stone is going to win this. I'm not okay with that. I'd rather, and I think Isabelle Huppert or Natalie Portman should win for their roles in Elle and Jackie, respectively. I don't know. Emma Stone was great in La La Land. I was really impressed with everything, her singing, her dancing, her acting. It was great. But I just think on another level, Natalie Portman portrayed Jackie Kennedy amazing. Isabelle Huppert in Elle, crazy movie, really good, especially because it's also a foreign film. Just really cool stuff there. Meryl Streep shouldn't be in this category. Let's just say that right off the bat. That needs to go. Meryl Streep is fantastic. She's one of the best actresses of all time. But I truly think she's in this category simply because of her name. She's Meryl Streep. And B, because I believe this nomination marks her 20th Oscar nomination. So it's kind of just like a milestone thing. It's kind of to say like, oh, Meryl Streep's had 20 Oscar nominations over her career. She was really good in Florence Foster Jenkins, but to me, really good is not great. And it's also not worth a nomination for Best Actress. And Annette Bening was snubbed here. She was snubbed for 20th Century Women. She should have been in this category. Not saying it's the winner, but she was really good. I believe it should be over. She should be there over Meryl Streep for that reason. For Best Supporting Actor, we have Mahershala Ali, Jeff Bridges, Lucas Hedges, Dev Patel, and Michael Shannon. All good. I've seen all the movies in this category. I think Mahershala Ali will win. I also think he should win. I'm fine with that win. That's all good. I wouldn't really remove anybody from the category. The only snub, and it's kind of a weird one, but I feel like, and I know Lucas Hedges is in the category, but he is an adult. I find that kids tend to get snubbed a lot. Last year I was really mad that Jacob Tremblay was snubbed. He wasn't even nominated, and I thought, well, what the hell? Like, he should have been nominated for Room. This year, I think I'm gonna botch it, but his name is Sunny Pawar, or Paywar. He played young Saru in Lion, and I thought he did a fantastic job, so he should have been nominated. You can maybe take Jeff Bridges out. Jeff Bridges is a great actor, but he is playing a very stereotypical Jeff Bridges role, so you could maybe take that out, just on the sense that it's like, this is nothing new from Jeff Bridges. I don't know. I was mad that the little kid in Lion was not nominated, because I feel like maybe people forgot, but it was like an amazing performance. For supporting actress, for best supporting actress, this is a really obvious one, but I'll name them. We've got Viola Davis, Naomi Harris, Nicole Kidman, Octavia Spencer, and Michelle Williams. All really great performances. I think Viola Davis is going to win, and I think she should win. And I'm not saying she should win just because of the snot scene. That is an incredible scene. I've seen everything in this category. I just think she was very good. In fact, it was more of a lead role instead of supporting. It was just a fantastic role for her. Wouldn't remove anybody. But if we do have a snub here, I would say it's the other cast members from Hidden Figures, because we've got Octavia Spencer in there. Why not Taraji P. Henson? Why not Janelle Monáe? They were equally as good. So those are the only maybe snubs I have, but overall a solid category as well. And now we get to a category that is near and dear to me. I don't know why, it just is, and that's Best Animated Film. I'm mad at this category because over the years, very cliche American animated movies win. And half the time, or even almost all the time, there's a movie from another country that is way more deep and rich and more interesting and more powerful of a story, yet it never wins. And it's usually because the voters don't even watch them. I remember reading an article a few years ago saying they just watched the Disney one because their kid liked it or whatever. And I'm like, wow, these people are voting for movies they haven't even seen, or voting and they haven't even seen everything in the category. It's very disappointing. I'll list them. I've seen 4 of the 5. Kubo and the Two Strings, Moana, My Life as a Zucchini, Red Turtle, and Zootopia. I have not seen My Life as a Zucchini yet. I'm hoping to see it soon, but I have not seen it. I have seen everything else. And based on this, I think Zootopia will win. I don't agree with it, but I have this feeling it will win because it's the American one, and I'll be honest, it's better than Moana. For me, in my opinion, I hated Moana, so I would remove Moana. Red Turtle should win. It's a silent film. It's a Studio Ghibli movie. The animation is very French inspired. It's not it's not Japanese animation. It's very interesting. Gets heavy, gets deep. A very powerful movie without words, really, and just a really cool movie overall. Kubo and the Two Strings is cool, but it still has some cliche Western tropes that just kind of ruins it for me. But it was pretty good. Moana, I just thought was just awful. Disney has been really, really off their game for me. Just nothing new, totally basic Disney shit here. So I hated it. So I really don't want that to win. If a Disney movie is going to win here, please let it be Zootopia. The snub is Long Way North, hands down. If you have not seen this, please go see it. Long Way North. I think it's even out to buy now, so just check it out. Long Way North is incredible. I think it's a French-Dutch movie, so it's in French. You can watch it in English too, about sort of a Russian aristocracy. I don't want to get into it, but it's a very interesting adventure movie with a young girl, and it's very, very good. So really, really too bad that was a snub, because please, like, you could take Moana out of there. That does not bring anything new to the table. It's just a shitty basic Disney movie. Sorry, I hated it. It's just, compared to movies like like Red Turtle, or even Kubo and the Two Strings. Moana is awful. Okay, for cinematography, we've got Arrival, La La Land, Lion, Moonlight, and Silence. I've seen all 5. I think cinematography will go to La La Land. I think La La Land is going to pick up a ton of awards this year. It's going to be like the Titanic of this year. Honestly, for should win, I would go with La La Land, or even maybe Lion, that had some amazing shots. I know a lot of people here are going to say Silence should win for cinematography, but I was just not that impressed with Silence. There were a lot of shots that I was like, I just thought they could have been a lot better, and just a lot of things, the way they portrayed Japan, I was like, that is not really that accurate, and I've been to Japan, so I was like, I don't know, I'm just not like blown away by Silence, so I don't want that to win. In terms of a snub, I don't really have one. This category is pretty solid. Even Arrival had some really great shots, so I would even be fine if that won. For costume design, we've got Allied, Fantastic Beasts, Somewhere to Find Them, Florence Foster Jenkins, Jackie, and La La Land. Again, costume design, there's probably going to be La La Land that wins, but in terms of should win, I believe that, I would be okay with if Jackie won. I don't really have a should, because Allied had great costumes, Fantastic Beasts had great costumes, Florence Foster... Bleh. They all had great costumes. Nothing was like bad or whatever. They're all fine. I don't really have a valid opinion. This isn't like my forte here, but I have this feeling La La Land will still win it because it's La La Land. But it would be cool if Jackie won because it's a great movie and it did have great costumes and they really nailed the whole feel and look of the 60s. So I'd be okay if that won. For best directing, the movies are Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge, La La Land, Manchester by the Sea, and Moonlight. I've seen all of them. I think Damien Chazelle is going to win for La La Land, and I think he should win. That was just well directed, very overall a production. I'm fine with that. I wouldn't remove any of them. They're all good. I think the snub here, though, is Denzel Washington for Fences, because that was a really, really solid movie. And the fact that it was Denzel directing, and he did a really good job. I think that was definitely a snub, but all the other movies are fine. I would have them in there. It's totally okay. Okay, we've got best documentary, and there are 3 in here I've not seen yet, so I'm trying to see them. But we've got Fire at Sea, I Am Not Your Negro, Life Animated, OJ Made in America, and 13th. The 2 that I have seen are Life Animated and 13th, and they were both really good movies. So I don't really have a solid opinion on who will win or should win, just because I've only seen 2 of the 5, so I won't really mention a pick, but I will say that Life Animated was a really good documentary about autism in a really interesting way, and 13th was also amazing. Very interesting look at the jail systems with African Americans in the United States. Really interesting. It's on Netflix too, so really easy to watch it. And I overall thought that was really good. Interesting to see that a lot of documentaries in this category are very focused on the whole Black Lives Matter issue, very relevant, I suppose. So I'm really excited. Actually, I really want to see I Am Not Your Negro and Fire at Sea. OJ Made in America is 8 hours long, so I may be skipping that because, damn, that's basically like a TV series. So I'm not saying I won't ever see it, but holy smokes, I'm not like rushing to see it, if you know what I mean. And for a snub, the other documentaries that I did see this year, which were both good, were The Beatles 8 Days a Week. I thought that was a really good look at the Beatles, the touring years. Really good. I don't know if it's maybe a best, like I wouldn't maybe put it in here, but it was good. And Tower was also a really cool documentary, so I recommend seeing that one as well. For best film editing, we've got Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, La La Land, Moonlight, seen all of them. I think La La Land will just win, and I think maybe it should win. I don't know. I don't really have a huge opinion on this. Last year, I was really rooting for Mad Max, and I believe it did win, and because whoever cut that movie, damn, like they had a job cut out for them, literally. So sometimes I find there's movies that are more obvious choices. I don't know. I just feel like La La Land's just going to win everything. Okay, we come to Best Foreign Film, and I feel really terrible because I've seen none of them. Last year, I think I saw like at least 4 or 3 of them, so I'm going to try really hard. Tony Erdmann just went to theaters here, so I'm hoping I see Tony Erdmann this week. I'm going to try and see some of the other movies, but it may not happen. I'll try and see them anyway, but I may not see them in time. So I think Tony Erdmann's going to win just based on the fact that it's getting a lot of hype. They're going to make an English version of it with Jack Nicholson and Kristen Wiig, which is really exciting because Jack Nicholson is going to be coming out of retirement, so I'm like so excited. In terms of should win, I don't know, because I haven't seen any of them. The only snubs I can say, not saying that these movies aren't great, they're probably all fantastic, but Elle was not nominated. I don't know what that's about, because it was nominated for Best Actress. And The Handmaiden, a Korean movie that is just fantastic. Please see that. Both movies, actually, funny, Elle and Handmaiden are maybe disturbing subjects, I guess. So maybe that's why they didn't get nominated. I don't know, but they're both worth watching, like, for sure. Okay, best makeup. We've got Man Called Ove, or Ove, Star Trek Beyond, and Suicide Squad. The only movie in this category I've seen is Star Trek Beyond. I haven't seen Suicide Squad yet because it looks like shit, so I didn't see it. And then Man Called Ove is up for Best Foreign, so I do really want to see that one at some point. In terms of who will win here, I don't know. Honestly, probably like Star Trek or something. I don't really have an opinion. I mean, in terms of the makeup in Star Trek Beyond, because I saw it, I mean, yeah, it looked really good. I have no complaints, but I don't really have a solid opinion, so I'm not going to throw it out here. Okay, we come to a category that I am very, very, very interested in always, and that is Best Original Score. Probably one of my favorite categories. I get really excited about it, actually, every year. And this year, I have seen all of them and listened to all of them, and that would be, we've got Jackie, La La Land, Lion, Moonlight, and Passengers. Now, in terms of these soundtracks, all 5 are excellent, so I am happy. Nothing is shit here, because sometimes they'll throw in one where you're like, how is that even on the list? Movie scores are one of my very favorite music genres of all time, so this is a category that I, like, freaking love. Now, who will win here? Probably La La Land again. Justin Hurwitz, his score was really good, and it will probably win. For should win, I don't know, it's really hard because they're all great. Jackie is very unique and interesting, so I would almost vote for Jackie because that is a very different score, an excellent score by, I believe I'm not sure if it's Mika or Micah Levy, a female composer, and it's very good. Everything else is great, though. I love the Lion soundtrack. I love the Moonlight, score. I love Moonlight score, and I love the Passenger score by Thomas Newman. Very cliche Thomas Newman, but it is very good. Now for snubs here, I'm not going to throw out every score I liked, because that's for another either blog or entry or video, but I really, really enjoyed the BFG score. I didn't even see the movie, but it's John Williams score, and it's very typical John Williams, but it is really good. The Handmaiden had a great score. Elle had a great score. Florence Foster Jenkins also had a great score, despite me not liking the movie. It's Alexander Desplat, and he never disappoints, and it was a really, really fun, whimsical score. And Nocturnal Animals, also a really good score. So, I'm happy with everything that was nominated. No complaints. There are other scores that were really good too that didn't get nominated. Oh well, you can't nominate everything. But I do think La La Land will probably win, and that's okay with me. It brings me to Best Song. This category is always awful to me because Best Song in the 60s or the 70s or the 50s actually meant something because, like, every movie had a freaking song in it. Now it doesn't, so it always just goes to, like, the latest Disney movie, which kind of pisses me off. Some years it's fine. But this year, so we've got Audition, Can't Stop the Feeling, City of Stars, The Empty Chair, and How Far I'll Go. I have not seen The Empty Chair is the song. I haven't seen the movie that it goes along with. It's a Sting song. It's okay. Every other song, though, I think this should go to City of Stars from La La Land. I think that's pretty obvious. It's a musical. Moana, no. That should not win. Get Out. How Far I'll Go needs to just... No, I hated that. I don't really have anything I'd remove. Like, I don't know. It's kind of just a meh category to me. In terms of snubs, Never Give Up by Sia for the movie Lion was actually a pretty good song, and I feel like that was kind of snubbed. You could have maybe had that there instead of something else, but honestly, whatever. Can't Stop the Feeling has a chance of winning because it was a big pop hit, and it's Justin Timberlake. But, like, really, let's give it to the actual musical that is actually good. So, City of Stars, please. Production design, we've got Arrival, Fantastic Beasts, Hail Caesar, La La Land, and Passengers. I've seen all of those. I think La La Land will win just because it's a musical and blah, 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 blah. I feel like I'm getting tired of saying that. In terms of should win, La La Land is fine for winning. Arrival also had really cool production design, as did Passengers. Also a really cool set. I don't know if I put Hail Caesar there. Like, F off. I really did not like that movie. It was not the Coen brothers' finest. I don't really have a snub, but yeah, we'll see who wins. Okay, for sound editing and sound mixing, sound editing is cool because it's sort of the creation of sound. So we've got Arrival, Deepwater Horizon, Hacksaw Ridge, La La Land, and Sully. Honestly, those are all good. I don't really have a favorite. I don't know who will win. I kind of don't care at the moment, but they're all really good choices. Sound mixing, we've got Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge, La La Land, Rogue One, and 13 Hours. I did not see 13 Hours, so throw that out there right now. But in terms of everything there, I don't know. It seems all good. I'm cool with both categories. So we'll see who wins. It'll be interesting to see what they show, if they show a clip when they announce the nominations. We're almost done here. Okay. Visual effects. Deepwater Horizon, Doctor Strange, Jungle Book, Kubo and the Two Strings, and Rogue One. I think Rogue One will probably win. Who should win? Based on everything I've seen here, I have seen all of these. Honestly, Kubo and the Two Strings, just because it's a stop motion animation, I feel, honestly, the visual effects there, it's pretty incredible. And the amount of time it takes to do that, and it looked really good. So I would vote for that to win. It totally probably will not win. Rogue One will win, or, like Doctor Strange or something, or maybe Jungle Book. But Jungle Book, the only problem I have with that is it looks great. It's just not 100%. Like, you know that when you're watching it, that those aren't real animals. You just know. Humans know. We know when we look at a CGI'd human or a CGI'd animal. We can tell. It's like we're 98% there. We're just not there. So I wouldn't give it to Jungle Book. But Rogue One will probably win. We'll see. Okay, so now we're down to the screenplays. Adapted screenplay, we've got Arrival, Fences, Hidden Figures, Moonlight, and Lion. I don't know, honestly, what will win here. It might go to Moonlight, but I think it should go to Fences. And that it might win. I don't know. I haven't really been up on the buzz with the screenplay predictions, but Fences, it basically it's a play. It's a play that they made into a movie, and it feels like a play when you're watching it. The whole movie is just dialogue, so my vote is for Fences. For Best Original Screenplay, we've got Hell or High Water, La La Land, Lobster, Manchester by the Sea, and 20th Century Women. I have seen all of those, and in terms of what I think will win, it'll probably go to, like, Manchester by the Sea. What should win, though? Manchester by the Sea is a solid pick, so I'm fine with that. The Lobster, on the other hand, was a very interesting movie. It's an acquired taste. I thought it was excellent. It's one of my favorites from last year, so I'm totally cool with that winning, if that won Best Original Screenplay. I kind of don't think it would, but please, that would be fun, because damn, that movie had me laughing so hard in the weirdest ways, in a Fargo-y kind of way. I wouldn't remove any of them. Snub, I don't know. I'm fine with everything that's in the category. Okay, so we're done. We are done talking about all the Oscar nominations. Really excited. It's next Sunday. Jimmy Kimmel is hosting, and I love Jimmy Kimmel, so I'm so excited. So tell me what your predictions are, what your thoughts are for the Oscars for this year. Have you seen them? Have you only seen like one of them? Have you seen all of them? Have you seen the foreigns? Because I haven't seen any of the foreigns. In terms of all the main movies, I've seen every main movie, but there's just the odd thing that I haven't seen here and there, and I haven't seen the foreigns, so I'm disappointed with myself on that. Last year I saw 3 of 5, so I was really proud on that. But yeah, tell me what you think. Please leave a comment, subscribe, and click like on the video, and I'll see you guys later.